My name is Faisal Saeed. I go here to George Mason University. My question is Dr. Shabir. Is there evolution in Islam like there is in the Christian gospel? How it changes the meaning from Matthew to Mark to Luke, then all the way to John, where it's found reasonable or logical to change the message directly sent from God?
So I find that if one looks at the hadith narratives, one would see a similar type of evolution, but not of this magnitude. But in terms of the Quran, we know that the Quran has been kept intact by Muslims working very hard so that the Quran was memorized and also put down in writing. And the resulting variations that we find today, either in recitations or in actual physical manuscripts, do not challenge anything that Muslims actually believe in. So whereas if we go to the other side and we look at the kinds of development which we have been showing with the resurrection narratives, we're going from an idea that Jesus was taken from the tomb to an idea that he came out, met with his disciples, and ate fish. And this becomes a problem. You see that there is a development in the story. What one gospel actually acknowledges is not possible in the other gospels. It is John who says that the door was bolted when Jesus entered the room. It's not in Luke.
Well, I would say we do have evolution in the text of Islam. Whether you're talking about, chapters coming up missing, Abu Musa in Sahih Muslim talks about 2 chapters of the Quran coming up missing. Aisha says that more than 100 verses came up missing from Surah 33. Aisha says that she had 2 verses of the Quran and she had the only copy, and a sheep came and ate them. This is after the death of Muhammad. So you have that sort of thing. But I could look at that and say, well, I still agree that Islam has preserved its message. But even in the text, at first it's Muhammad's portraying himself as it's me and Jews and Christians united against the pagans, and then later the Jews reject him, and okay, it's me and Christians versus the Jews and pagans, and then later the Christians reject him, and then it's Muslims versus everyone. Well, this is all Allah's eternal word here, right? So why is it changing according to the circumstances that Muhammad finds himself in? And that's very strange for something that's eternal.